Program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Staples has everything students need to make it through the year, like notebooks, backpacks, crayons, pens and pencils, and calculators. Plus, this year, we've also got everything teachers need to make it through the year, like cigarettes, red wine, Xanax, white wine, and if you want to get out of work entirely, Taylor Farms lettuce. Staples, June is only 10 months away.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down, talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. David drops in Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Master Thespian steals Tuesday spotlight on Happy Hour. Eddie stops by on Friday with some snacks on Happy Hour. Laugh a little louder while the whole world swirls. Hanging out in the chat will change your world on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. Oh, on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. On Happy Hour.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy Hour, News Talk 93.1 FM, WACB. Pamela here today. The rumor is Friday. We'll keep our fingers crossed. But Terry Adams comes through.
And here they are.
And we thank him for that. Let's show our appreciation to the much beloved and glorious.
Oh, I appreciate that, Greg. Thanks for the opportunity.
My pleasure. We're going to be seeing the phone ring here in a minute, and it'll be Rich to talk about the heat.
Oh,
Not that that's going to make it go away, but even he's starting to get concerned because we thought the extreme part of it was over, but apparently not.
No, it's hot, man. It's crazy hot.
And why doesn't it move? I mean, I can see, 2, 3, even 4 days with ridiculous high temperatures. I believe this is him, so let me just... Is this who I think it is? Rich?
Says it's on hold.
Rich, you there?
Rich is there.
Have a happy new year with Rich Thomas Weather.
That sounds funnier every time I hear it.
Yeah, August 19th. It works year-round.
I'll tell you what, the year is going so fast.
Yep.
I mean, it was just the other day that it was a Happy New Year.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
It is
Wow.
like that.
So you're by your lonesome this afternoon?
No, Terry Adams has popped up as a savior this afternoon.
Hey, Terry.
Hey,
Hi.
howdy.
Is it hot enough for you?
No, could you get a little hotter?
We just cruised 110 on the heat index here. Hotter than Miami, Florida, with the heat index of 108.
Wow.
Gosh, and they just extended the heat advisory for day 8 tomorrow. So, it's absolutely crazy. I see one town in Florida with a 120 heat index right now. Wow.
I've seen that in New Orleans, but nowhere else.
Yeah, New Orleans. I'll tell you what, I love New Orleans, everything about New Orleans. But the last time I was there, walking around with my friends, was an August heat wave with a heat advisory, and it was miserable. New Orleans can be quite miserable, but the food's great.
Yeah. Definitely.
So,
Question, why is this thing stuck? Why won't this pattern change? Usually
well,
we have things for, 2, 3, 4 days, and then, the atmosphere changes.
It's actually gotten a little better up in northeast and North Alabama. Huntsville right now with a heat index of 96 is better, lower dew points. And you and I were talking this morning. There was this internet social media phrase going on that we were going to get an extreme cold wave later in the month of August, and there were these incredible graphics built and everything about this, 40s and 50s later in the month here.
Yeah.
And of course that is not true. But people buy into that. They see it on their screen. They see it in social media. They think, well, it's got to be right?
And they want it to happen so bad that they believe in it.
Of course they do. So, people fed me that graphic all day long yesterday. James Spann just did a post about it, about the craziness, the absurdity of the internet, and these junior meteorologists that come out of the woodwork trying to really confuse everybody. So my advice is, if you have our weather app, I hope you do. Get it on your phone or tablet now, and look at the real stuff, the real data, and don't trust any of that business.
It's almost like I'm hoping for something to erupt in the tropics with all this heat in this neck of the woods that would at least stir things up a little bit.
Well, of course, the deal is we are in El Nino now, and headed towards what could be by, let's say, October, maybe a extreme El Nino, one of the most intense. What does that mean? It means the water in the eastern Pacific warms up above normal, and that disrupts where the jet stream goes, and it disrupts everything really. And what it does in the Atlantic is it causes disruptive winds, hostile winds that stifle tropical development, and that is what has happened so far. Meanwhile, though, out in the Pacific, it's a different story. With that warmer water, you see what happened in Hawaii the other day with Lala. Lala was a minimal hurricane when it did all that incredible flooding and damage and power outages in Hawaii, but now it is exploded, and it is now a Category 4 hurricane. Wow. Still affecting some of the little tiny islands. Everybody thinks Hawaii ends at Kauai. It does not. It goes several hundred miles more, and there are little tiny islands, some three miles in kilometer. But anyway.
How many of those islands have you been shirtless on, I'm wondering?
Anyway, Hurricane Lala with now Category 4 is about to become Typhoon Lala as it crosses the date line. That's the terminology change. What's the difference between a hurricane and a typhoon? None, except for the name. That's all there is.
I will admit typhoon sounds scarier than hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
It does. And the third one is on the planet is a cyclone. That is usually around Australia and the Indian Ocean, but it's still a hurricane. That's just a terminology change. So what else is going on in the news today?
I don't care.
I'm watching daytime baseball.
Oh, are the Braves playing today?
Braves were tied for a long time, but now the Twins are up 6-4. It's in the 8th inning. Braves daytime baseball. I love daytime baseball, and they're going to have daytime baseball tomorrow. I think Friday as well. They'll be in Chicago, and then they'll be the Brewers. They'll be with the Brewers after that over the weekend. So
they got some tough games coming up. They got to win this one. They're playing the freaking Twins. The Twins suck. Plus, they come from a communist city.
Well, guess what? They have dominated the Braves on this particular series. So, what are the Yankees doing today?
Yankees had Monday off. They played Baltimore last night and actually won the game.
Wow.
But they put Max Fried back on the injured list with a bruised elbow, and they're still waiting for Bellinger, Judge, and Stanton to come back. And until they do, they are pathetic.
I can't believe these pitchers' injuries and being on the injured list so often. It didn't used to be that way. It seemed to me when I was growing up.
No, where are the Greg Maddoxes and the Smoltzes and the guys that could pitch 7 or 8 or even a full game?
They're not here anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
And now we've got it's gotten very wimpy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I pitched
I saw
an inning
Soroka. I saw Soroka playing the other day. I guess he was. Let me see. Is he with the Mets now?
I think he's with Arizona.
Oh, that's right. It was the Diamondbacks. That's right. But he had enormous problems when he was a Brave, and he was such a great prospect.
Yeah, they
But,
thought he was going to be a big part of the future, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
players. I think honestly, and I'm not joking. I think the problem with baseball players in general is that they work out too much. They've got hardwired bodies, and baseball is not a game. Because look at they're always pulling their oblique muscles, or their hamstring is popping off, which is right next to the cheese string, and that could be a problem. And
see that joke there? Did you catch that, folks?
I made a living out of
Live
crap
radio.
jokes on the radio, so they're just too tight. You need more of a dad bod. I heard a couple of experts talking about it on the MLB Network this morning. They were saying, what happened to spring training? The guys would all come in a little overweight, and they'd work the weight off and get into playing shape over the first month, and they were ready to go. They work out year round, and I think they're way too tight.
Well, and you pointed out several times that we're not going to see any 300 game pitchers anymore.
No.
And it just baseball injuries in general. The game is different. And by the way, if they do decide on a strike in next year, oh my gosh,
I don't even want to think about that.
Disastrous.
That would be major disaster. It would finish me with baseball. I still haven't forgiven them from 1994, and that's 32 years now, and I'm still pissed.
Wow.
Telling you though, and so '94 they struck, and they then the Ken Burns series came out that fall. I mean, they had no idea that it was going to coincide with the strike year, but an incredible Ken Burns series.
They run that a lot on the MLB Network during the off season, and I don't care what chapter it's on or when I will always tune it up and listen and always learn something. Buddy, you sound mighty chipper this afternoon. I wish I could transfuse some of that energy into my own body.
Well, Chase is looking at me on National Dog Day, wondering what we're going to do next. It's really too hot for a walk around the neighborhood. Yes. However, he loves ride in the car.
Yeah.
And so I think we are going to remote start the air conditioner and take a little ride in the car with my doggy on National Dog Day.
Do me a favor. When we hang up, would you ask him a question for me?
Okay.
What's it like to be so handsome?
Hey, by the way, I'm looking at radar. I see a little storm developing south of Montgomery near it looks like Hope Hole.
Actual rain?
With this kind of heat and humidity, we could see some big boomers later. We don't see any right now. Down at the coast, or south of Andalusia, and all the way down on the coast. Oh my gosh, what a day they're having down at the beach. But I digress. It was nice to talk to you. And,
thanks,
hope
Rich.
I didn't bore you.
Really appreciate it, buddy.
Right.
Take care.
See you later.
I do see there just a couple of showers down around la 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 la
84ville
in that area, but that's about it. If you're we would just take a fat cloud to park over the radio station building for a while, or just throw us some shade, anything.
Yep, a fat
But it is
sun shielding cloud.
And then it makes you wonder. You were the one that turned us on to the atmospheric geoengineering with spraying.
Yes.
Is this the fruit of that effort coming to bear here?
Yeah, I think it is. Greg, it's almost like they're terraforming the planet.
For what purpose?
That's the scary part.
What is the big agenda?
I've been trying to find a video that I saw the other day. It was a representative, and I don't remember who it was, talking about the stuff he had been privy to. And it makes the stuff that Postman talks about seem very, very real, put it that way. It's so deep, I'm hesitant to get into it, but when representatives start talking about it, he said people are going to freak out. They're absolutely going to freak out.
You know, we all know, and I've always believed that the Democrats are behind it because it supports their Green New Deal, which is their big rip-off plan.
Climate change.
You know, and using that as an excuse to confiscate more money from us.
Exactly. It's all about moving money around.
For problems that don't exist until they create them.
Redistribution of wealth.
Well, it's 3:22. All topics around the table. We are going to stop by Baumhauer's tonight. Visit with the group. Please come and join us. Have something great. They got items on the menu, an entree with a side, and a Red Diamond iced tea, or a Diet Pepsi, or a regular Pepsi, any Pepsi product, for under $10. I might just go over there and you know, I think a loaf of onion straws is $7.99. I think I might just do that. Pick it up by my fist, plunge it into a bowl of ranch dressing, and just make the biggest mess I possibly can.
Oh, the messier, the better it tastes.
Well, I
That
mean,
works.
they're so good. You can't eat those one at a time.
True.
You have to have at least a cluster of onion straws. They're so good. Baumhauer's Victory Grill on the Boulevard. Of course, we will have an event at Baumhauer's in Millbrook when things calm down a little bit there. We don't want to upset the apple cart. People have waited years, and it's busy, busy, busy. But we will do something up there. Maybe this year I'll go there for my birthday party.
There you go. Good idea.
Do something different. And we are going to transfer the infamous poster from the Boulevard location to Millbrook.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
Stay tuned for details. That's going to be a big deal. Moving the poster.
Yep.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay. Here's something that's been on my to-do list. The Murder of RFK. And there's a new book out. I'd like you to take a look at this card during this break coming up here, Terry. And
Yeah.
check it out and let me know if that's something that you would like to book that we can do together here, okay? In the meantime, the one and only, the great Skipper, is here with traffic.
We had an accident reported earlier on Taylor Road near the Buddy Watson ball fields. That one we're hoping has about cleared. A new accident now, East-South Boulevard in the vicinity of Marty Lane. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. Busy afternoon traffic, East-South Boulevard, I-65 and 85. We will keep you updated. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in your hand. That's the power of early college at Trenton State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
Beyond the Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Shane Butler. Growing up in Elmore County.
I grew up here. I lived here as a kid. I experienced the weather here. So I have knowledge that goes way back. You know, I experienced my first tornado as a kid. I was probably about 11 years old and eclectic. Writing that out and experiencing that really gave me the passion about weather. We made it through it, and it gave me an experience that I'll carry in a lifetime.
Shane Butler, part of the Action 8 weather team, your weather authority.
When you're finally off the clock after a long day, dishes put away, kids asleep, feet kicked up, heartburn. Don't let heartburn take over your hard-earned moment. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets begin neutralizing stomach acid in seconds, so you can get back to your one more episode marathon. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Because nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Use as directed.
What if your next sales opportunity wasn't about selling? It was about helping local businesses grow. I'm Jennifer Pestricelli with Blue Water Broadcasting. We combine the power of 7 local radio stations with today's most effective digital marketing solutions, including streaming audio, social media, targeted display, and more. We're looking for an experienced account executive who enjoys building relationships, solving problems, and creating results for clients. If you're self-motivated, thrive on new business, and want unlimited earning potential with a local company, I'd love to hear from you. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com and send me your resume today.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well, he's up early every morning doing the morning show. When he gets that one done, he's still got one show to go. He's a running back and forth morning and afternoon. He's gonna run into himself pretty soon. 16 years at the Blue Water Company. 6 in the morning and the afternoons at 3. Yes, you could say that his time is tight, cause he gotta go to bomb hours on Wednesday night.
In Greg we trust. But wait, there's more. So shut up.
He likes a riding his bike when some time he can get. He also likes to hang around the food outlet. He cooks breakfast every morning for the morning crew. It's just one of the many amazing things that man can do. He worked 16 years for the Blue Water Company. Looks like management would buy the boy his lunch for free. But Rick Peters, don't you call him, cause he can't go. He's thinking about picking up the overnight show.
Ugly.
You better watch out, George Norrie. He's coming to get you. You got Jay and Jesse, they're in place. Adorable, Rich, and a dog named Chase. Rosie Brock in the afternoon, and that's a fact. And sometime he has a Susan Woody flashback. Let's see, I think I mentioned everybody. Rosie, everybody. Oh yeah,
Traumatized.
Seth Spotlow. He gave me $1, so I mentioned his name. 16 years is a long time. Most life sentences don't go that long. Congratulations, Greg. Here's to 16 more years. Hey, don't point that thing at me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe I should have just sent a Hallmark.
That was a Hallmark. That was Rusty Aldrich. I was just browsing through the files because, in this heat, we could get all wound up on politics. I think we're seeing something that really scares me. We're seeing politicians endorsed by Trump losing now. We're seeing politicians that are staying away from the Trump endorsement. That particular change is very unnerving, especially since we haven't hit the midterms. And I don't think it would be happening if much of what he said would happen a few months ago, like gas prices coming down and all. I mean, that's really the crux of it. You can come up with all the theories in the world, but the economy is what people are pulling out of their wallet to live.
Yes.
And it's very personal.
Yes.
And right now it's not looking real good, even though Brett McDonald can legitimately go on at great length about things that have improved. I mean, people that have retirement plans and 401ks that are market-based, they're doing very, very well. I know somebody who is up their retirement account by 50% since Inauguration Day in 25. But that's tomorrow. What's happening today is what people worry about.
That's right.
The jobs numbers have not been good. We keep hearing about trillions of investment in America, but where are the jobs that are supposed to come from? I mean, look, I still support the man. I'd rather have him as president than about 99,999 people you could name. But I'm beginning to wonder if he's become detached a little bit from his own rhetoric, if he's not understanding how serious this is.
Yeah.
Last night in Florida, the Democrats nominated one of the true hardcore socialists for the Senate seat that's going to be open because Marco Rubio's in the administration. I would love to say there's just no way in hell in a state that red that somebody like that would have a chance, but if voter enthusiasm is low, if things don't turn around, if there isn't an abundance of positive signs, who knows? I never thought Doug Jones would take the seat of Jeff Sessions, but he did. And yeah, I know it had something to do with Roy Moore and all that, but on top of the heat and everything else, I don't need any more bad news today.
Amen.
You know?
I do. I know what you're saying.
But
So-
that little ditty that Rusty Aldrich decomposed for us, that happened on anniversary number 16. So that would have been 2021.
I was going to say, how long ago was that? 2021.
And we're celebrating the 21st anniversary. That's hard to believe.
I know.
The 21st anniversary of this show on at Baumhauer's Wednesday night. And I am going to host a strawberry shortcake party.
Mm-hmm.
We will have as many as we need so everybody gets a good-sized bowl of the best strawberry shortcake on the planet. It is universally beloved, and that'll be a week from tonight. Now, we're going to be there tonight. I wish I could. Maybe I'll get spontaneous and give away a gift card or do something if we have a nice turnout.
You never know.
I'm whimsical that way.
I know it. I love it.
But for those who have been regulars in the afternoon, love to have you stop by next week and at least have a beverage and some strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, stop and say hi.
I'll make sure you get a soda or an iced tea. You won't have to buy a cocktail, or if you're not inclined to do that. I can't pop for cocktails.
Nope.
That's it's not the money. You guys put my daughter through school by supporting this show. It's the legal ramifications that I have to be careful about there. Well, it has started to cool off, Terry. The heat index is down to 107 from 111.
Thank you.
And the temperature is only 95 and not 100 like I saw it earlier this afternoon.
It's just the air. The hot air is not displaced by cooler air in the evenings. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to the cooler air coming in. And, you know, when we were kids, you go and you play baseball and it starts to get dark. You're going to need a light jacket to bicycle home because it's cool. We're not seeing that anymore.
No. Last night, I went to indulge my vulgar cigarette habit on the patio, which is screened in but enclosed. And it faces to the west, and I looked out, and is that a flicker of lightning? And I wasn't sure. Optical illusions are frequent in Old Cougardale.
Yes.
But then I saw another one, and I thought, hey, maybe. So I checked the radar. And we got very lucky there last night. We had a wonderful thunder shower, nice steady rain, not the kind of thing that washes out your plants, enough to nourish them. I mean, there's a downside to everything, too. But on the east side of town, Rich didn't get a drop last night. Jay had a good, healthy rain up that way. You just never know where this stuff is going to end up at the end of the day.
It's weird. Yeah. It's strange.
Let's see, what do we want to do next? 3:35. We should be going to a break. By the way, the upcoming news is brought to you by Adams Motorsports.
Ooh, I've heard of that place.
Yeah. Because the much beloved and glorious Prime Minister of Playtime is hanging out with us this afternoon.
Honored.
All right, Jay Quellen says she can join us at 4.
Cool.
I haven't heard from her in a long time since the school year started.
Oh, I'm sure she's busy.
She's got a thriving law firm, and justifiably so, because she and Dana Delk are the best at what they do. But they're family women, and they somehow manage to find that balance between making sure that kids are where they need to be. Her husband has a very important job in law enforcement, but he's always helping too. It's an amazing family, but it's a family that's built on a lot of love. Jacqueline's mom and dad moved to the River Region a few years ago, and they're here too.
Cool.
And so they understand how important family is, and when somebody in the family is affected by something negative, they close ranks, and there's a lot of mutual support there. But sometimes you can have a family situation come along. You wouldn't be the first man or woman surprised by, I went out of the marriage. Out of the blue. No warning sign. I went out of the marriage. Something could turn your, literally your entire existence upside down and inside out. And the natural human tendency is to get emotional. But emotions are not a good solution for a crisis. Help is the solution. Good help that can guide you and lead you and make sure you understand the law, what you are entitled to, and how the situation is going to play out. And that's what Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson do, understanding that pain that can come from a family crisis. So I urge you, if not you, in fact, they would be the first to say, we hope you're sailing through life in a happy marriage and everything is copacetic. But if you're not, they're the people that you want on your team. Because it's not just the legal protection. They take this personally. And you do feel like you've got a friend defending you who's looking out for your best interest. You'd be amazed how many people feel guilty about looking out for their own best interest in a situation like that.
I see that.
So I urge you, if your situation's great, maybe you know somebody who's heading into a crisis, give them this number, 819-4810. That's in the 334, of course, 819-4810. Or direct them to this web address, thealabamafamilylawyers.com. thealabamafamilylawyers.com for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
Representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Thank you, Jay Scott. It's 3:38. Check on traffic, Blue Water News. Rich's forecast ahead.
Traffic really beginning to build this afternoon all over the area. We're busy, and we have a couple of accidents. One on East South Boulevard in the vicinity of Marty Lane. Please use caution there. That's near Troy Highway. Also on Taylor Road near the Buddy Watson ball fields, we have an accident there. Light to mostly moderate traffic all over the area, including Prattville, Millbrook, and Montgomery. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to TrentonState.edu for more information. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Selma man has been arrested in connection with a deadly July shooting in Montgomery. MPD responded to reports of a fight on Debbie Drive July 19th around 2 a.m. 25-year-old Malcolm Davis had been shot several times and died at the scene. 21-year-old Algermaine Aaron was arrested on Tuesday and charged with murder in the case. Montgomery police continue to investigate a weekend shooting that left a juvenile seriously injured. The incident happened late Saturday night in the 4500 block of South Court Street, where the juvenile male was wounded by gunfire. The unidentified victim was transported to a nearby hospital in serious condition. No further details regarding possible suspect or motive have been made available. Trenton State Community College is joining Ford to launch the first of its kind Technician-Ready Accelerated Certification Program. The track partnership will expedite the time in which students can become certified auto technicians. The cost is just over $6,500 per student, with financial aid and scholarships available. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web, or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m. The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The heat wave continues, and the rain chances are still small, but not zero. The storms tend to fade away at night. Overnight low temperature in the middle 70s. Tomorrow, once again, mostly sunny and hot with a high temperature in the upper 90s, and the heat index easily in the 105 to 110 range again. Rain chances generally 20% or less, but the storms, I think, will become a little bit more numerous on Friday in that there'll be more storms to go around, but still random. Even Friday, high temperatures will be in the upper 90s and will be in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
So we're kind of turning this into a let's get something done day.
Yeah.
So I'm going through old files. I'm in the G section.
Ooh.
And I came across this. I have no idea what it's about.
Uh-oh.
So let's find out. Google. Never Google your symptoms.
One evening my father said, "My son, I'm dying and soon I'll be gone. But before my final farewell, hear me and hear me well. Do whatever you want to do. Have a plan or roll the dice. But one thing is strictly taboo. Please follow my advice. Never Google your symptoms. That is my only prescription. You get 100 diagnoses, a medieval prognosis. Every sign is a serious condition. If you Google cough and diagnosis, you have got tuberculosis. And if you Google fever and red, you've got Ebola and soon will be dead. And if you Google I have a runny nose, it's CSF, your brain is leaking juice. And if you Google itch and prognosis, anaphylactic shock or psychosis. Never Google your symptoms. Seldom it brings any wisdom. You want to discover, but you might uncover that you have an extra chromosome. So this is what I heard my father say. And then he closed his eyes and passed away. The autopsy report was very clear. Death from hypochondriac fear, which is custom when you Google your symptoms. Never Google your symptoms. The hit list is never awesome. Pain in your left arm, heart attack alarm. Do you feel a little weak? Yes, you've got ALS. If you have a slight anemia, you've got leukemia. Are you a little crazy? You've got ADHD. So never ever Google your symptoms.
It was all right. Yeah. And I think it's still true. I mean, you got WebMD, and now you got tons of online doctors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost signed up for the Amazon service just because every time something goes wrong, it's at a weird time.
Yeah. You know, Google comes from the word Google, Googol, which is one with 100 zeros behind it.
That's
is
that
what
what that
means.
is?
That's where they got the name. Google.
Well, I know people that were sort of hypochondriacal in nature.
Oh, yeah.
And always going to WebMD. I've got this, I've got that. You can make yourself crazy. There's Victor Davis Hanson. I think I might look for a clip or two from him.
Oh, Victor David Hanson. Yeah, I like him.
He is one of the smartest people you will ever listen to.
I love listening to him talk about World War II.
Yes.
He's very engaging in that.
Oh, my God. His knowledge and depth on so many fields is astonishing.
Yep.
But I love his political analysis, too.
Yeah, he's pretty spot on, isn't he?
But so far, I'm looking for something that's a little, that we can play in a 5-minute segment.
That's going to be interesting.
I'm not having much luck so far.
Yeah.
I know he's on Fox News. I would love to get the Fauci's COVID reckoning. Did you see that they put somebody from Fauci's staff on trial and was convicted?
Yeah, they're
guilty?
going to go after the underlings.
Why not him?
He's too powerful. He knows where the bodies are buried, so to speak. And the thing is, he had a whole lot of help.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many of them that need to be tried, need to be in prison for this, but he's the focal point, but he'll get out of it.
I think back to that period of time, and it makes me so angry that we went along with all of it. And you had stores putting footprints on the floor.
Yep.
And one-way aisles.
Yep.
Had those for a while, too. Everybody goose-stepping behind Dr. Fauci because he was the science. By his own proclamation, he was the science. And every once in a while, I'll pop into a place and the footprints are still glued to the floor.
Oh, I still run into people all the time wearing masks. I'm thinking, what is wrong with you people?
Really?
Yeah.
And in this heat.
I know.
I saw it at a gas station.
I don't understand it.
Great, but that's what a major national media coordinated effort to instill fear will accomplish.
Exactly. That shows you how powerful the controlled mainstream media is.
It still is.
Yes, it is.
I hate to say it. I mean, I know that the ratings on CNN are low and the networks don't get anywhere close to what they used to, but somebody's listening, somebody's paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
You had a reporter from ABC who left the network, that Moran character.
Really?
Say, well, there was just nobody in the newsroom who supported Trump. We were all liberal.
Yeah.
So, and it must astonish them because they fully supported the impeachments and the fake impeachments, all that stuff, that 4 years later he comes back and wins again.
I know.
Well, he won in 2020. We know that election was
they
fake.
stole that, yeah.
And all they're bringing out all the evidence for these things, but another frustration. And again, I reiterate my support for Donald Trump, but you've exposed all this stuff. When do the dominoes fall?
Exactly.
When do the people be held accountable for this?
Tribunals.
Everybody and their brother knows, including a woman who married her brother to get into the country, about the fraud in Minnesota, totaling billions of dollars, ripped off by people who don't even belong here. They were a gift from Barack Hussein Obama.
Yep.
And we know a lot of low-level people have been arrested, and some are already in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But why does Ilhan Omar still have a seat in Congress?
Why is she still in this dadgum country?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Are they afraid that if they go and they legally arrest her and deport her, that they're going to have riots? I mean, they love to riot in Minnesota.
I don't know.
I don't doubt that might be a possibility, but too bad you.
I just don't see her as being that strong, that high up, as where she would be ultimately protected. So I don't understand why Trump's letting her stay here. She should be out of here. If you're against America, why are you here?
Yeah.
The only reason you could possibly be here is to do damage to our republic. So you need to be gone.
And what do we see? We see the more and more. I'm sorry. The line that, well, they're not all bad, but the compatibility of Islam within this government. Case in point, I think it was the Dearborn City Council. We know that's a very heavily Muslim city. Got around to finally passing a law that permits animal sacrifice.
What about animal cruelty? Did we have laws against that?
This is my point. The state of Michigan does have laws against animal cruelty. Does that change because your barbaric religion says you can get closer to heaven if you roast a dog in the backyard? I mean, this is some serious stuff. That does not work.
No, it's against everything. And what's going to happen when they start passing Sharia law? Goes against the Constitution, goes against everything this country
It's totally
is
against the Constitution.
They're going to pass it. It's coming. People are going to have to stand up. We, the people, are going to have to take our republic back. And I'm not advocating a civil war or anything like that. I'm just saying whatever it takes. If we have to.
But is it not becoming clear that that seems almost inevitable now?
No, it's very clear. But I don't want to be held responsible for saying that we got to get our guns. You know.
Well, that's why we have it. When the government
tyrannical.
and interferes with our individual liberties.
Yep.
That's why we have it.
It's not just the right of the people, it's the responsibility of the people
Yeah.
to take their republic back.
Well, we've been all over the first place for this first hour. haven't
Yeah,
we?
it's been a fun show. Well, that was fun, Greg.
Yeah.
See you.
I think we'll play Norm Macdonald bits for the
Yeah.
next 2 hours.
Yeah, that or play The Secret Word of Arthur Brown. We'll play that for the rest of the show.
I did want to spend a little time exploring David Blackman's blog for today because he analyzes the primary results last night. Starting with Florida, Trump's moves in Florida were more inexplicable. Start with his bizarre decision to award his brand to utterly corrupt and allegedly criminally incumbent Corey Mills, in addition to his myriad ethical issues. Remember that Mills is the sorry, quote here, son of a bitch, who cast the deciding vote, speaking of Ilhan Omar. He was the guy who voted against removing her from her committee assignments last year.
Why? Would he give a reason? Well, we don't know. It's not going to be that hard.
It's just another fake, weak-kneed Republican. Didn't want to be the guy that probably terrified of the left and what they were going to do to him. And this is a state that Ron DeSantis has done an incredible job with. You know, everybody needs to remember when DeSantis ran the first time, he won by only 50,000 votes. And he beat a guy, of course, the media was wringing their hands, and, oh, Florida's racist and all that, because they did not elect Andrew Gillum. Do you know where Andrew Gillum is today?
I'd love to say he's in prison.
He is.
Good.
In Alabama.
Really?
In Baldwin County.
Welcome to Alabama.
For, on multiple occasions, ignoring court orders and so forth, failures to appear. So he's being held without bail. The guy that would have been, but for 50,000 measly votes, and in votes 50,000 is measly, would have had a chance to run that state for 4 years.
Florida, they have a lot of money, right? I mean, Florida's got to be one of the top 10 states as far as.
Oh, easily. They, they still have some liberal pockets there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that many of the people who fled New York because of the taxes and the burdens that you have to pay in a place like that to get away from it to a zero tax state. There's no state income tax in Florida.
No tax on groceries.
Senator Tommy Tuberville has said on our morning show in one of our interviews with him, and he'll be coming on again soon.
Good.
Before the end of the month. I just don't have the date and time yet. That that's his goal. He's bringing accountants in to study the state budget. They want to doge the state, see where the waste is, and he wants to eliminate the state income tax.
You know, that is common sense, but we just don't have that anymore in our government. I'm glad to see it coming back.
Well, we have a legislature that's similar to the one in Congress. When it comes time to taking a serious action that needs to be done, that would benefit everybody in the long run, they just can't bring themselves to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
frustrating.
You know what? We'll open the 4 o'clock hour with the owners.
Yeah, very appropriate.
Because the guy that opened our eyes to that back in 1992, hard to believe, almost 35 years ago, George Carlin knew exactly what was going on.
Yep.
It's a clip that Terry introduced me to what, 16, 17 years ago.
Something like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
I've been listening to it for all those years, and every time I hear it,
Rings more and more true.
yeah, and you see more and more examples in the news of exactly what George Carlin was warning about.
Exactly.
It is 3:57. David will join us tomorrow afternoon from 3:30 to 5 for our second weekly tour of the Idiocracy, and that is brought to you by a presentation of Montgomery Paint and Body. Donnie and Brandon Turner and the team there. If your car is damaged in a wreck or under any other circumstances, suspicious or otherwise, for the best possible outcome, go to one of the last places that's still owned by the guy whose name is part of it. Yeah, there's all kinds of body shops around town that have a very personal name, but they're actually owned by conglomerates and things like that, where you don't have that level of care. With Donnie Turner, it's still that old-fashioned business ethic of every single car that comes in. When it leaves, I want it to look as best as we can possibly make it. Yeah. And we're not going to call the customer and tell them to pick it up until it meets that very high standard. So, MPB 27 Rec with a W on the boulevard at East Shirley Lane, and we appreciate their long-term support for what we do here. Let's see if anybody needs them at the moment. Here's Skipper. SRN News is coming up.
Well, a lot of folks getting off work already, and we're seeing building traffic east-south Boulevard, especially this time of day. I-65 and 85. A little more traffic last 15 minutes or so through the interchange, and Prattville, Millbrook, and Wetumpka looking good. Light to moderate traffic. A lot of that inbound now. We will keep you updated. At McKinnon Toyota, they have 3.9% financing on Tacomas. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130 or visit RotoRooterAlabama.com. And remember,
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Today's show is brought to you by Halloween candy displays that are already in stores. Are you kidding me and all the other moms? It's the first week of August. It's back to school time, not Halloween time. And even if we buy a bag, there ain't no way that candy's making it to Halloween.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Florida's special Democrat primary race for the U.S. Senate saw retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman come up short. That drew applause from President Trump. Vindman had been among his harshest critics on Capitol Hill, voting for his impeachment. U.S. Representative Byron Donalds won the Republican nomination for Florida governor. Former Representative David Jolly picked up the Democrat nomination in Tuesday's primary. That all sets the stage for a fall campaign to replace the state's popular but term-limited Republican governor, Ron DeSantis. Also at srnnews.com. Entrepreneur and trillionaire Elon Musk has certainly made his mark in the business world and in technology. Now he's making an impact on the moon. NASA reports it has spotted a new crater on the lunar surface made when a SpaceX rocket crashed. It happened when part of a Falcon 9 rocket slammed into the moon. This is SRN News.
Hey, I'm Brant, and her name is Sherry.
Hello.
She's a friend of mine whom we were just praying for because of a surgery she just went through.
Yes, and I am very happy about something you actually talk about all the time, which is
Medi-Share.
That is right.
Yeah. So what was your experience like with Medi-Share and the healthcare bills?
Honestly, Brant, seamless. And what a blessing that is when you're already nervous about a health issue, which I was.
Yeah.
Members shared my expenses. There were zero problems. And let me tell you, having people pray with you when you call in with your need, that is just...
It is refreshing.
Yes, that's what it is.
So I keep telling people love Medi-Share, and they love saving tons of money, too. The typical family can save $500 a month.
I am very thankful for Medi-Share. It is so different, and I mean different in a very, very good way.
It is good different. Call now. They're easy to talk to, and you can get a price within 2 minutes. Call 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
I turn your mic on, but not mine. It's become one of those moments on this show where we ask...
Are you sure this work will be in competent hands? Certainly, we're all incompetent.
Well, we've got competence in spades. You'll never guess in a million billion years who's on the phone. Never. Jay Quellen. Oh, good guess. Wow, you've been very difficult to...
I know. Well, you try to pigeonhole me into this little tiny window of time, and I'm like, oh, trying to make it happen.
Don't take this the wrong way, but it was easier to pigeonhole you a year or two ago.
It very much was. Yes. Well, you know, we've got cheerleading, football, competitive dance, my parents, work, school, church, life. It's just, all over the place.
So you're not saying all of that to say what you really want to say, which is, I don't love you anymore.
No, I do love you. Okay. Never mad at you.
That's the first thing I assume.
Yeah, I know. I tell you all the time, I'm not mad at you. You'll know.
That's usually the first thing you send me in a text before you say hello is, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Like, listen, nobody has ever questioned if I'm mad at them or not. They just know.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you when you have been mad, and I wouldn't want to be on the other side of that.
See? Never mad at you.
Hey, any thoughts?
I've just been so busy.
I understand. And I'll tell you what, we had that call from that gentleman last week, and he was in a state and really, really needed to talk to you. I hope that situation is working out well for him.
He never called me.
What?
Yeah.
Can't
You sound shocked.
I'm stunned.
I know. It happens, though. Things come up, and people have to reschedule or whatever. It's just part of the job, and we're very understanding to that. So
I was wondering if you paid attention to anything that was happening in the state of Florida with their primary last night.
I tried to, but I'm at such a point of exhaustion that as soon as I sit down, I fall asleep. So what happened? Because I've been in court all day.
Well, one of those deep-end socialists is going to be running for Rubio's Senate seat against a guy I really don't know much about. I don't think she'll win, but it's stunning how far these crackpots are getting just because people are so unbelievably ignorant on socialism.
Bingo.
Yeah, but I mean, You live and you learn. They're going to find out.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz ran.
No.
I know. But she won.
She pains me.
And she doesn't even live in the district that she is running to represent.
No, and hasn't in some time.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah, she's gross.
Pelosi effect.
Well, she only got 45% of the votes. It's not like she wiped it out.
She also pains me.
So, now that school's back, has anything representing normalcy returned to your life?
No, absolutely not. No. So I'm actually sitting in front of Stephen Has Tutoring tonight. And then I have to take Lola to dance to get fitted for her competition outfit. And it's like one thing after the other. Then tomorrow we have cheerleading pictures and cheerleading practice and football practice. And Saturday morning we have our first jamboree.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
It's like our first little game. I have Lola in the back seat right now. She's here. And it's just like, let's see, Greg, let me give you an idea of what's going on in my life.
Sure.
We have football practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We have cheerleading practice Tuesday, Thursday. Games on Saturday. Lola's about to have dance Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. Stephen has tutoring on Wednesday. I serve in church on Sunday. And then I work Monday through Friday.
How do you do it?
You are
I have
amazing.
an electronic calendar.
The ultimate compliment I can pay you is that you would have been a good boomer mom because,
Thank you.
regardless,
Just get it done.
yeah, that's
do what you got to do
because they were
It's
extraordinary
really
women.
not that bad.
Well, I'll tell you
One
what.
day at a time.
You have two remarkable kids who just seem to succeed at everything they touch.
Thank you. They're a little wild. I don't know if you've seen the little one lately, but she's testing me.
Well,
There's a lot of mommy in that one.
a great psychologist once told me that, by the way, that sound you hear in the background, that's our landscaper edging the dirt
yeah.
in front of our building.
Dirt edger.
Oh, I thought somebody was vacuuming.
No.
Oh, God forbid.
A vacuum cleaner. There isn't a vacuum cleaner in the world that wouldn't choke to death on the floor of the studio.
Amen.
I was going to say, I don't think that floor's ever been vacuumed.
No, we're going to turn it into a sliding pit so we can play running bases during the commercial breaks. It's that dirty. Well, I'm so glad we got to hear your voice at least.
I mean, you can call me anytime. Just, you've got my number. But getting me on the air has been an act of Congress the last couple of weeks. But I'm here. I'm alive. All is well.
And you're not mad.
Absolutely not.
You'll know when she's mad.
Please say hi to all our mutual friends and especially Dana.
Absolutely, I will.
You have to run because this thing is getting extraordinarily loud.
All right.
Hate that sound.
Bye.
Thanks.
I love two strokes, but I hate that sound.
Got a couple of people to thank. First of all, one of our sponsors, Robbie's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
Came out to find an enormous tree branch had fallen and landed on top of the AC unit outside. It was huge. So first up, I needed Patriot Pro Services. That's James Gillespie. He is the consummate handyman, really hard worker, charges a very reasonable rate.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you got a chainsaw? Yes. Well, great. I have a large branch that needs to be pulled off the air conditioner. And then I called Robbie Clark at Robbie's Heating and Air Conditioning, and I said, the unit's working, but would you mind stopping by just to make sure, because I have a service plan with him,
Yeah, good idea.
to make sure that no damage was done.
Absolutely.
And we got very lucky because the branch fell at the bottom of the trunk onto the ground, and then the rest of it, which, Larry, I'm no weakling, okay? And yes, I had a surgery recently, but it didn't interfere. You could not budge that thing.
Yeah.
So you got very lucky.
Trees are heavy.
But for those of you who are dealing with the heat and want to make sure your AC still works, that's a man. I mean, I've been with the Clark family for so long, going back almost 20 years. And Robbie has now launched his own company, Robbie's Heating and Air Conditioning. And if you don't have a place to call if something goes wrong, and it's always at the worst possible time.
Of course.
He's available 24/7. He's got 20 years of experience, one of the best attitudes you will ever experience with somebody who provides an important service.
Very important.
So keep the number 245-3544 handy. That's 334-245-3544. Or look up Robbie's Heating and Air Conditioning on Facebook for more information. Speaking of the heat, we've got Rich coming up in just a moment. And we're going to celebrate Bill Clinton's birthday happy hour style. So stick around. It's 412.
Epicure and Jack's Tavern, located at 2060 Downing Street. 5 ice cold beers, 1 bucket, $13. Anytime. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their beer buckets are always available. No happy hour clock required. Come in, relax, and enjoy great food with an even better deal. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Cold beer, fair prices, no fine print. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. At Montgomery Men's Health, we saw a bunch of patients last month. Almost none came because of an ad. They came because something happened. A fight with a wife who finally said, get help. A breakup. A new relationship that made them aware of things they used to ignore. A photo a friend tagged them in. One guy said he just stared at himself in the mirror. And that was enough. If today's your day, call right now. 334-440-3663. I'm Dr. Smith, urologist and advisor to Montgomery Men's Health. Built on almost 15 years of treating men in Alabama, one patient at a time. Dedicated to ED, low T, and male performance. Here's what happens when you call. We book you this week. We'll get a lab in an hour. For ED, we walk you through your real options at the same visit. A plan before you leave. Don't let today turn into next year. Call now, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
And just like that, we have a couple of new accidents. First of all, I-85 northbound at Taylor. We have a couple of vehicles off on the right of the ramp. Injury possibly there. Also, the 2700 block of East-South Boulevard. Again, that's going to be right near Marty Lane. We are busy everywhere. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off a new Nissan Frontier at the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Giveaways galore all summer long. Diamond Days Diamond Jewelry Giveaway and TV Tuesdays TV Giveaway with $185,000 in free play at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, off I-85 exit 22, Shorter, Alabama.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The heat wave continues, and the rain chances are still small, but not zero. The storms tend to fade away at night. Overnight low temperature in the middle 70s. Tomorrow, once again, mostly sunny and hot with a high temperature in the upper 90s, and the heat index easily in the 105 to 110 range again. Rain chances generally 20% or less, but the storms, I think, will become a little bit more numerous on Friday in that there will be more storms to go around, but still random. Even Friday, high temperatures will be in the upper 90s and will be in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now a star is born. On August 19, 1946, the world welcomed little baby Bill Clinton.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad.
I'm so proud. Cigars for everyone. Even you, Mom.
Yeah. Can you just hand that cigar to me?
Oh, sorry.
Like father, like son.
Bill Clinton, a star is born.
Let's celebrate happy hour style.
Mr. President, your wife called. She's busy in New York. She won't be coming home this weekend.
Thanks, Betty. Okay, fellers, it's party time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the limo. Come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The wife's out of town, so I think I really wanna call some names from my little black book. Guaranteed to make this party cook. We'll call Angela and Pamela and Buffy and Vicky, and before you know it, everything will be freaky. We're gonna throw it down, then we're gonna pick it up. These girls are cute as a little speckled pup. I know I said that I'd learn my lesson, but I just can't keep from messing. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita, if you please, a little bit of Tina, she's a sleaze, a little bit of Sandra, she's so funky, a little bit of Mary, she's kind of chunky, a little bit of Jessica's what I see, a little bit of break from Hillary.
Mr. President, the girls from Cooters are here, sir.
All right, send them right in. Hey, girls, come on in. Y'all are looking good. Hey, those chicken wings? Yeah, put them on the conference table right over there. Hey, y'all want to see the war room? Jump up and down and move it all around. Put your hands in the air, throw your clothes on the ground, then climb on board and we'll have fun. Want to take a ride on Air Force One? We'll fly so high we'll touch the sky, and if we get caught, we'll lie. A little bit of Sandy on my lap, a little bit of Tiffany, she likes rap, a little bit of Rita, if you please, a little bit of Tina, she's a sleaze, a little bit of Sandra on the fly, a little bit of Mary on the sly, a little bit of Jessica raising Cain, a little break from that old ball and chain.
Mr. President, the diplomatic pouch from Jamaica just arrived, sir.
All right, light that baby up. Hey, want to see me inhale? Here we go. Smooth. A little bit of Monica in the house, a little bit of something on her blouse, a little bit of Rita, she's a go, a little bit of Tina, she's a hoe, a little bit of Sandra on the desk, a little bit of Mary, she's the best, a little bit of Jessica in my life, a great big secret from my wife. Hey, girls, me and you, I can get y'all a job at Revlon too. You know me, I love to freak. See you, babe, same time next week. All right,
Mr. President, Mrs. Clinton just called. She will be arriving after all.
Okay, everybody. Crisis mode. Straighten this place up. Hey, honey. Welcome home.
I wonder what Hillary got him for his 80th birthday. Probably something real special.
I'm sure it was.
Hard to believe he was a Democrat.
I know.
He was for closing the borders, cutting taxes, supporting law enforcement.
Yeah, he was for whatever he was told to be for.
It's amazing. We have many examples in our audio collection of Democrats contradicting themselves about what they support and what they don't. Let your finger stick it in the wind. The good news out of Florida, while many of the people that Donald Trump endorsed did not prevail in his home state, the Democratic Socialists of America got their asses kicked.
Good.
In every race, except for one, and that's the Senate seat. The nominee for that seat is a hardcore DSA, which should make it easy for the Republican nominee to keep that seat.
Greg, what would our founding fathers think about this? What would they think about having people in high-level politics that are fascist or communist or socialist?
Right now, and I'm hoping, all I can do is hope because I have nothing to the contrary to prove it, but this should be real simple. You want socialism, and keep in mind, we've been preaching that in colleges for 3 generations.
Yep.
That's why there's such support for it. Why are we not counter-educating? The money's there to do it.
Yep. The
money is there to do it. And I understand Elon has set aside like $100 million spread around the race. But, they need to take the Spencer Pratt approach and really get people's attention, not with the traditional Gil Fulbright ad. You remember Gil Fulbright, right?
Everybody remembers him.
And since the Democrats took the liberty of constantly referring to Trump as a Nazi, why not point that out in a TV campaign?
Yeah.
That with pictures of Adolf Hitler and the concentration camps, all of it.
Yep.
Say, do you know what system Adolf Hitler used in his rise to power?
Mm-hmm.
Socialism.
Yep.
They need to beat people over the head with that message so they really understand socialism sounds good. It's never worked anywhere, and certainly communism hasn't. Anybody remember any pictures from the Soviet Union when Khrushchev and Brezhnev and those guys were in charge, people being happy? No, it's about long lines. You kill capitalism, you kill the free market, you kill the supply and demand, and the next thing you know, you're rationing everything in sight.
Yep. Billy
is on the line.
Yes,
Billy, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope y'all are doing well. I like what you just touched on, Greg, but, you think about it. I mean, I don't know about you, my friend, but, I'm 56 years old, okay? There's a lot of people in your listening audience, I think, that tunes into you every day and that are in the same demographics as far as the age. And there are some younger people that listen in and stuff. But let's face it, okay? We're getting older. I mean, like our grandparents, our parents before us, our times, it's coming eventually. And you think about when you pass the torch, who are we going to pass this torch to? And the one person that actually resonated with the younger generation that we would feel comfortable passing the torch to, because number one, they're truly educated.
Yes.
They know what we talking about. Was Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk had the ability to go to these universities, to go into the fire, as you say, and resonate with these people and convince these young voters that will be in their 30s, 40s, 20, 30 years from now, and that will be keeping, our values that our founding fathers wanted.
And he had made tremendous inroads in younger demographics. That's who was going to see him when he appeared.
Exactly right.
And if somebody had a different point of view, he always welcomed them to the front of the line so we could have a conversation.
Exactly
he was
right.
Incredibly persuasive, and he made a good case.
He used facts.
And, I don't know. I haven't.
He was dangerous to the establishment.
Yes, he was.
And he had to be taken out, Greg. Okay? And if you look around, okay, I mean, how many stouts Democrats that you've seen in your lifetime taken out outside of Jack Kennedy? You know what I'm saying?
Who, by the way, in today's universe, the Democrats never talk about JFK because they support nothing of what he stood for.
Yeah, exactly right. He would be considered a MAGA extremist today.
I totally agree with that assessment. He absolutely would.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look around, Charlie Kirk was taken out, but you look at these radicals like Mondani and AOC, and nothing's going to happen to these people because I mean they're protected. Yep. They are protected by the establishment.
Yep.
Well, I'm not going to name a name, but let's say one of these DSA darlings was targeted. You would see the media go into a frenzy.
Oh yeah.
And push the permit to riot button, and you would see cities burning within a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at Luigi Mangione, the kid that took out that healthcare CEO.
Yeah.
I mean, where's he at now to take out Fauci? How many people in your listening audience would love to see Fauci taken out? I mean, but nothing will happen to that clown.
No.
I mean, he is protected by the establishment. So
correct.
I mean, it goes to that's what you're going to see.
You're right.
Nobody has a more vested interest in seeing justice done to these people than Donald Trump. He runs the DOJ. What's going on there? Why are we not seeing consequences to the people who rigged the January 6th riot? Why is there no justice for those people who were entombed for 4 years?
Yep.
And most of them did nothing by comparison to some of the people that we just... You've been charged with murder. That'd be a $10,000 bail, please. We'll see you in court. It's such a joke.
And meanwhile, Greg, there's people in your listening audience that's afraid that they can get arrested because they owe $2,000 on their income taxes.
Yeah.
So, it's a two-tiered judicial system that we live in this country. The law is a joke in this country now. The education system in this country is a joke.
Yep.
So the very principles that our founding fathers that built this country on, I mean, they're crumbling right before our very eyes.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So you're not going to see a Baptist preacher stand up and preach out against Islam. You're not going to see that in Montgomery. You're not going to see it in the Tri-County area.
No.
You know why? Because they're comfortable in their little bubbles. They're not going to stand up for Jesus Christ. And the day's going to come, Greg. It might be your daughter. It might be one day your grandkids.
That's
it
what
might
worries
be my
me.
grandkids. But they're gonna see it happen. They're going to see it happen because the Muslim nation will destroy everything they touch. They want to destroy everything.
Absolutely. We have fought wars to stop them before.
No, Western civilization, they hate everything about it.
But we're letting them creep right in as we speak.
But what's really galling is somebody like Hassan Piker. He's living off his mom and dad's money. He's living the millionaire lifestyle, but he's hell-bent for leather. And here's the other thing. When the time comes, he will continue, if he somehow finds himself in a position of power, he will continue to live that way. Because socialism is never for the socialist.
No.
They are important, so they require a higher standard of living. Everybody else gets screwed.
Yep.
Exactly right. Exactly right. But the thing is now, Greg, you got universities now, the University of Georgia, the University of Alabama, the University of Auburn, every major university in this country now, you got professors that are tenured that can never be fired that are pouring this into the young brains of our kids.
And again,
Greg mentioned that earlier.
President Trump addressed this in the campaign, promised to do something about it. So Linda McMahon goes in, let's dismantle the Department of Education. I've really seen nothing there that's relative to that would cut the waste and gain control of the curriculum. When the Democrats had that opportunity, that's exactly what they did, and most of that happened under Barack Hussein Obama.
Well, see, and the Democrats, they left a sleeping dog unattended under the table, and which is now this extreme Muslim youth in this country now, and which is educated, middle-class white Americans, and that are under the age of 30 and are 25 now, and they're of voting age. They've been indoctrinated by these professors, and but they could care less what the likes of Bill Clinton talked about 30 years ago, and he was a crazy Democrat himself. Hillary Clinton right now, they look at her as crazy now. The reason why they want to destroy this country. So it's coming, and we're going to be old when it happens, Greg. But I'm telling you, sure as I'm sitting here talking to you, it's coming, my friend. It is coming.
I got news for you. If I wake up in November of 2028 to learn that AOC is my new president, I'm not sticking around. Read into that what you will. I will not stick around for that.
And I'm right there with you, my friend.
I'm going
You have a good day.
I'm going to take the good memories I have, and I will go away. I will slip into the night. All right. It is 4:33.
Bill.
Hello, Bill. Welcome to the show.
Yes, good afternoon, gentlemen. I just wanted to pass the word. I got a friend of mine who keeps up with all the news because I don't have time, and she was saying that Dr. Fauci's head honcho behind him, his advisor, pleaded guilty to conspiracy.
Yes, that's true. So where's if he's pleading guilty to conspiracy? That story broke this morning, so I appreciate you. I'm still glad you called.
Where's that leave Fauci?
Yeah, why is nobody else being arrested? Why was this guy not parlayed into warrants to arrest Fauci and other people who were part of it? They did. You can't even begin to estimate the damage economically they did to this country, and in so many cases, very personal damage to people with that whole fraud. The virus was not a hoax. COVID was a virus. But the bullcrap that went with it and the things that they said needed to be done to, what was it?
To mitigate the symptoms.
Flatten the curve and all that crap. I'm still embarrassed just for myself to this day that I went along with so much of that.
Well, when Pam Bondi was in office, she was let go. She wasn't prosecuting anybody. I've said this before. She made statements like, if I arrested these people, we would have no government.
Yep.
That's how corrupt our freaking government is.
Yeah,
to the core.
Absolutely. You can't drain the swamp because the swamp's the whole D.C. infrastructure.
Yes, but you can catch them little by little, and you can finally come to these people who are really behind the deep, deep part is like, George Soros, even Mitch McConnell,
yes.
Obama, the Clintons, the Bidens. These are the real big fish that have caused a lot of damage. But Obama and the deep state and the world government, Obama wants to be the leader of the world government.
Yes.
And that is why he did what he did. And they're talking about finding his birth certificate, that Trump has this information, but he has to use it it's almost like, David and Goliath. You have to have that stone. You better make sure you hit your mark because it's a very serious accusation. People say, oh, it's a conspiracy. It is not a conspiracy. Before he ran for president, Obama, I've seen it with my own eyes. He was born in Kenya. It was on the internet, and they took him off.
You're right.
Yeah, on top of that, he published a book, and on the back, he is proclaimed as the first Kenyan-born United States senator. Now, tell me how that one got past the proofreaders.
They tried 6 different times to change the qualifications to be president, to get rid of you had to be a natural born citizen. 6 different times they tried while Obama was running, and they never could. So I guess that's why he just decided, you know what, let's just go with it. We'll just lie about where I was born.
That's right. And his, and I could talk about this all day, he even admitted it after the presidency. Years and years have gone by, years and years. Yeah. He even said it once on TV. I'm like, it's so black and white. Yep. What the hell is America doing? What are we doing?
We are willfully keeping our heads up our butts.
Yep.
Because we don't want to know.
Nobody wants to make waves lest they themselves drown.
You know, what do they say? If you don't learn history, you repeat it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are 100% correct.
I'm so glad for your show, Greg and Terry, and the people that you have on, because I'm telling you what, nobody talks about the truth.
I know. The truth is, well, a lot of people claim they want to know the truth, but they really don't. They want to know the sanitized version of the truth. They don't want to know the truth.
Man, it would.
But you know, you touched on something that I want to comment on, and that is on the birth certificate. I do believe that Donald Trump knows the truth about Barack Obama.
Yeah,
he does.
Now, what strategic reason he has for not bringing that out? Is he afraid of the chaos that would create his presidency? That would give us 12 years of illegitimate presidents out of the last 16.
Yes. And not only that, his mother worked, was it his mother or grandmother worked in Hawaii for the Social Security people, and there was a man from Connecticut who was a French man from Connecticut. He took his Social Security number and gave it to Barack Obama. If you investigate his Social Security number, it's not his.
Yeah, how did Barack Obama get a Connecticut Social Security number?
Yeah.
Because Connecticut is not close to Kenya.
Nowhere close.
And that's how she was able to do that back in the early 60s, and you get away with it back then.
Yep.
But people don't want to do their homework. Oh, they want to protest about America. They want to burn the flag. They want to take us down. It's like, you know what? If there's a civil war, I feel sorry for these people because we're going to have to kill them. We're going to have to kill them.
Wow.
You know,
I'm sorry, but it's like if you don't support your country, that's what these people are going to do. They're going to push and push and push, and they're going to take over our families. They're going to take over our country. They're going to take over everything. You have to fight back, but people don't do their homework.
No, and I think Terry hit on a point. They're maybe afraid to know what's happening, but and again with all this infiltration of Islam, Dallas Airport. Let's put in Islamic foot baths. Well, then you better put in a church or a chapel for every faith on the planet.
Right.
Why them?
Right.
And here,
all over this place, it's like, you know what, people? You better start praying, because if you don't start praying, God is not going to move. He's going to allow it to happen because people don't believe in God anymore.
I know.
You know, it's like there's a higher power than us, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a good power. So use it to our advantage.
Yes.
Yep. You're right. I learned that.
And a lot of people, part of that higher power is learning, embracing, and practicing the truth. And if ever this was appropriate, it's the old line from the movie, so many Americans can't handle the truth.
They can't.
That's true.
They really can't.
I'm so glad you're back, Greg. And, man, we need you, so you make sure you take good care of yourself.
I'm working on it. I got some good people that are keeping me alive.
And Terry's one of them. Keep him in there.
Oh, the much beloved and glorious, yes.
And
a partnership that is now almost 20 years in the making.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, it's great. Is Tom going to run for mayor, or is that just like, I mean, I wish he would.
I would love that. But I don't see, at the moment, I have no inside information. A lot of people are mentioning it, though. Yeah, he would be a damn good mayor.
Harass the hell, we need him.
Okay. I'm going to be busy. Thanks for the work.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
No, it's a great call.
All right,
great call.
Okay. It was.
It's like this. This, to me, here's another moment that the media just let slip by, because anybody could make this mistake.
You are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not come my Christian faith.
Yeah.
Whoops.
How many people listening have ever gotten confused on their faith?
I never have.
He was telling the truth in the first part.
Yeah, he was.
When a news anchor corrects you on your faith, I mean, that's just among many galling.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's very bad. Let's see. We have really had some great conversations here, and I want to continue those. On the other side of this break, we have 1819 News and Traffic with Skipper coming up, Bridges Forecast. When is the right time to buy a house? That's a very personal thing. There is no set parameters for the world like, okay, this is a good time to buy a house and go do it.
House buying time.
What you need, and don't be bashful. Maybe you're not even close to making a decision. But information, gathering information and finding out where you stand, what budget is going to be comfortable for you, where prices are at right now. It could turn out that you can get a deal now that you won't be able to get when interest rates come down because those prices will go back up. There's so many variables to this, and nobody's better at getting you acquainted with the market and what the potentials are for you than our friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Madeline and Kim and that team over there, nobody's going to pressure you. If you're simply doing some fact-finding so you can make the right decision for yourself, they welcome your call at 567-4223. On the other hand, if you need a team of people because you got to buy now or whatever the need, maybe you need money out of your house so you can make some home improvements, you want to stay where you're at, call them at 567-4223 and watch how fast they can make that happen. But the point is, it's a very customized, individual approach to mortgage money, and this is a very family-driven group of people. So they get it. Not everybody is ready today, but it would be nice to know when we're ready to buy, what range can we look in, how much will we need to put down, all of those questions. Getting those answers before you even look at your first home is a good idea. They can also help with VA mortgages. That's one of the few things that the government has done well for our veterans. They have one of the strongest home financing options out there, including no down payment, 100% cash out refis, and more. Point being, when you're thinking about calling to get the process started, calling an 800 number that could be based anywhere in the country, you don't know. Why not stay local? Why not stay right here with your neighbors at Alabama Home Mortgage? 567-4223. They are an equal housing lender. Their NMLS number is 158-6368, and you will absolutely love these folks. They're really unbelievably fantastic people.
We continue to see traffic build this afternoon, and by the way, we do have some accidents working. I-85 northbound on the ramp to Taylor, off on the right. Some injuries were reported at that one. 2700 block East South Boulevard near Marty Lane, minor accident. And on Zelda Road at Ann Street, had one reported there. Traffic definitely building. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trentham State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
1819 News.
The best high school rankings for 2026 to 2027 has now been released by U.S. News & World Report. This yearly review involves 27,000 public high schools across the nation. When it comes to the state of Alabama, the highest ranked school in this review was New Century Tech Demo High School in Huntsville, which came in with a 99.2 score. Homewood High School came in second with a 98.82 overall score, and Mountain Brook High School was listed as third with 98.8. The rest of that list on schools here in Alabama can be found at 1819news.com. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Where I was living was not a great place to live anymore. I began to pray for a place to go, praying for all of these things that a 9-year-old would want. I wanted horses, big house with a bunch of people my age. I wanted parents. I wanted a mom and a dad. Before I even prayed it, the Lord had already answered my prayer with the Big Oak Ranch. Who would that 9-year-old be if she never came to the Big Oak Ranch? I would be trying to fight for survival instead of fighting to break a cycle.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
A man has been charged with making a terroristic threat to Baptist Health Shelby Hospital this past Tuesday. The threat caused a lockdown to be put in place for the entire hospital. Anthony Deason told staff at that hospital he had a knife. He was taken into custody outside of the hospital by police. A grand opening was held in Huntsville this past Tuesday for Auburn University's new Applied Research Institute. Several elected officials attended that ceremony, celebrating this new operation as it partners with the national defense industry. That included U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville and U.S. Congressman Dale Strong. The Applied Research Institute will be involved in developing and testing space electronics for the defense industry. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built heating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Hey, this is Ashley, owner of Pest Pro Services, and I want to help you take back your yard. We protect your outdoor space from mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks so you can enjoy being outside. We treat where mosquitoes live and breed with pro-level care, which means fewer bites, more time outside, and a backyard ready for fun. Give us a call at 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 and follow us on Facebook at Pest Pro Services. And remember, when you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir. Since 1983, we've treated you like family. Day or night, we do things right so you can live more comfortably. Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir right now.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Carol Kennedy with Camo Country, and we've been advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting for many years, and we appreciate Blue Water Broadcasting helping promote Camo Country.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas weather. Well, hi, everybody. The heat wave continues, and the rain chances are still small, but not zero. The storms tend to fade away at night. Overnight low temperature in the middle 70s. Tomorrow, once again, mostly sunny and hot with a high temperature in the upper 90s, and the heat index easily in the 105 to 110 range again. Rain chances generally 20% or less, but the storms, I think, will become a little bit more numerous on Friday in that there will be more storms to go around, but still random. Even Friday, high temperatures will be in the upper 90s and will be in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Here is the clip. It's by George Carlin, 1992. It's called The Owners. But I want you to do one thing. When you hear him say, it's a big club and you ain't in it, in this one instance, substitute the word Donald Trump for the word you, because that explains why he has to fight people like John Thune, that traitor. Somebody's telling him, make sure the SAVE Act doesn't get passed. Who? Why? Why is it so difficult to bring yourself to make sure our elections are clean and sacred?
It's crazy.
Here it is.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the... They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting by a system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich who don't give a about them. They don't give a about you. They don't give a about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue that's being jammed up their every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
All right, so what part of that you just heard is not true? Donald Trump is not in the big club. And he's been treated this way since he ran for office the first time, openly mocked by the political class. Oh, what are you doing
He
here?
suddenly became a big racist, even though he's done all these things for the blacks.
Oh. They've absolutely left that word, rendered that word meaningless.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's a silly example, I suppose. But they've trained him well. This thug in the WNBA who purposely clotheslined, who assaulted Sophie Cunningham, should have been arrested because it had nothing to do with the basketball game. It was an attitude. And when she got kicked out of the game, which she should have, that was a no-brainer.
Should have been embarrassed.
Should have been at least talked to by the police. Because just because it's a sport doesn't mean you get to beat up whoever the hell you want because you don't like them or you're jealous. And immediately went into her locker room and posted white privilege. What a brainless moron. But doing exactly what she was trained to do.
Taught him well.
So who's she really mad at? Sophie Cunningham? I don't think so. I think she's mad because she's been told through schools and through rotten political leadership that you're a victim. You should be angry. You've been screwed and your relatives were slaves and on and on and on and on. And I've been listening to this crap my entire adult life, and I'm done with it.
Yep.
You and I went through the 60s.
Yep.
You would be hard-pressed to think of somebody who didn't believe that everybody should be able to line up at the same spot in the marathon for the American dream, and whatever, race, creed, color, whatever, political, should not be something that would prevent them from achieving that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't agree with the owners is when he says the American dream, you have to be asleep to believe it. I'm living the American dream because I
feel like I am too.
You know, we both turned our passion into making a living out of fulfilling our passion. To me, that's the American dream.
Yeah, but
I get where he's coming from.
No, and what are you hearing more and more? Well, Social Security's going bankrupt, and we got to do it. Well, that's because they robbed the money that was being
set back.
Think about it: 6.5% of everything you make goes into that system, and your employer has to come up with another 6.5% to match it. So that's 13%.
Yeah.
Every week, every paycheck, and that should be going to your account.
That's right.
So the money is there, but they decided, no, that's the general fund now, so we're just going to use that, and we'll just keep piling up debt, which is now at $40 trillion, and that's not going to hold.
No, and
that's going to end up badly.
What makes me so mad, Greg, is every president says we're going to, get rid of the debt, lower the debt. No, they're not. They never do.
I know Trump's plan was to try and grow out of it, which you can do. Brant McDonald's explained that. But Iran.
Yeah.
Iran. Do we want them to have
why don't we have a national lottery? Run it through the post office. You know how many billions of dollars that would generate?
There's that. Why not here in the state? We send millions of dollars to educate. If you're a Georgia student and you want to go to a Georgia college, your tuition is paid for.
Through the lottery.
That's a nice dividend.
Yeah, it is.
So everybody's got a moral opinion on it, but you always have the option not to play it, just like there's a lot of immoral stuff on TV, mostly the local or the evening news, because it's so twisted. But you don't have to watch it.
That's right.
Who do we have?
Robert.
Robert, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Okay. What's on your mind?
Yesterday, Greg, you speaking on the stupid things you can do to be stopped by the police.
Mm-hmm.
And one of mine was, we was about 21, three of us, and my friend wanted to go by his girlfriend's house and see her. Well, we knocked on the door, we rang the doorbell, nobody answered, but we can hear the television on. So me being the super genius of the whole crowd, I said, well, let's take the burglar bars off and go in and see if there's anything wrong. So here's it at night, we taking burglar bars off. I'm halfway through now. All of a sudden, police ride by and they see us on the side of the house, and they come back and they put the white light on and say, come here, come here. So we go there. We got a loaded shotgun in the car now.
Uh-oh.
So the police officer asked us, said, what are y'all doing? We said, well, his girlfriend's in this house, and she won't answer the door. They said, how you know she in there? We said, well, the television on, but she won't answer the door. They said, well, it sounds like burglary to me. At that time, he said, well, let me look in your car and see, can we search your car? I said, oh, hell, what I'm going to do?
Uh-oh.
And at that moment, a call came over saying, there's a shooting 3 streets over from where we were.
Wow.
They looked at us and said, stay here, we'll be back. They jumped in the car and took off. When they jumped in the car and took off, guess what we did? We jumped in our car and we took off.
Wow.
Good move.
All right, guys.
Good move, Robert.
Good story.
All right.
Thank you for sharing that.
He might still be in prison if he had stayed.
Year after year, Georgia Floors Direct is voted number one
For a good
in
reason.
flooring. But with 30,000 square feet, they not only carry the largest selection of all types and styles of flooring, some of that flooring, and it's good quality, available under $1 a square foot.
Wow.
But consumers in the river region voted them not only best flooring destination, best kitchen and bath, and best window coverings.
That's
so
impressive.
You can do more than a floor at Georgia Floors Direct, all at a wholesale price, all thanks to Jeff Mallinson's ability to buy, a truckload's a lot of anything.
Yeah.
But when you get a shipping container full of inventory, wow, that's even bigger and better.
Uh-huh.
And that all plays to your advantage. It's also voted the second best place in the river region to work, which is a heck of a compliment. Baptist South was number one, because it's a happy place. Sometimes you might think, well, shopping for flooring could be a little bit dry, but the staff that Jeff's assembled there is very much like him. They're so enthusiastic with customers. Their number one goal is to make whatever their flooring dream happens to be happen, and they've done it for so many. And by the way, their closing rate is in the 90% range. What does that mean? That's people who have shopped ultimately come back to them. So you can, and Jeff would be the first to say, Jeff Balance would say, by all means, price compare, shop elsewhere, but we believe you'll come back here when you're ready to make the final decision. And that part of that, too, is not just the price and the selection, it's the installers that work for them exclusively and do a fantastic job. From beginning to end, they got you covered. Georgia Floors Direct, a flooring destination since 1969 on the boulevard across from Lowe's. Baumhauer's in an hour.
Well, here we are. That's the time of the day that folks start streaming out of work, and a lot of folks are on the road right now, and traffic definitely beginning to blossom. I-65 and 85, all of our feeder roads out of Montgomery beginning to load up right now. Most of our earlier accidents have cleared. Please use caution on I-85 northbound on the ramp at Taylor. Had one there earlier off on the right. Please be safe. We'll keep you updated. Thompson Tractor proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special, the new Cat 255 compact track loader. Take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months, only $75,955. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Little J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
Every occasion deserves great food, amazing drinks, and an atmosphere worth remembering. Welcome to 243 South in the heart of historic downtown Prattville. From lunch and dinner to weekend brunch and happy hour, 243 South brings Southern hospitality and elevated dining together under one roof. And there's even more. The Ember Parlor is 243 South's newest addition, a rentable event space perfect for your next party, private gathering, or celebration. Plus, don't forget about 243 South's catering menu and delivery options. 243 South, come hungry and stay a while.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Today is August 19th, Aviation Day, commemorating the birth of Orville Wright, the first man to fly an airplane. So raise a glass, as long as it contains less than 3.4 ounces of liquid. Remove your shoes, belt, keys, jewelry, and laptop computers, place them in separate bins, and toast Orville Wright on Aviation Day.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
It's your 505.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President Trump has picked Dr. Heidi Overton to lead the Food and Drug Administration. Overton is a deputy director of the White House Domestic Policy Council and a trusted figure in Trump's administration. Overton has worked on several of Trump's health initiatives. The United Arab Emirates has suspended all trade with Iran after it said it had come under renewed fire from the country. That will further isolate the Islamic Republic. The country is already suffering under U.S. sanctions and a blockade. Incoming ballistic missile fire triggered nationwide warnings Tuesday night for UAE residents to seek shelter. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 119 points, the Nasdaq rose 41, the S&P 500 advanced 18. More details at SRNnews.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
Happy World Photography Day.
Photographs? He asked him knowingly. Photography? Yes. Nudge, nudge, snap, snap, grin, grin, wink, wink, say no more.
We keep this love in a photograph.
It's Photography Day, and I'd like to salute my favorite photographer, my daughter, who does some amazing animal photography. In fact, even a simple thing, these are the moments that can make your day. Last night I was tired, a little bit burnt out, and I get a text, and it's a picture of Janelle's dog, Easy. Aww. And it's not only an adorable picture, but it's an excellent picture.
Yeah.
Got him at just the right angle.
What she's doing.
Yeah. Goose.
Yep.
Made me very proud. Who is this?
Jeff from Wetumpka.
Jeff, welcome.
Hey, Greg, this is Jeff. I was sitting here in my garage, listening to your show. Got the doors open, got the fans on. It's 102 degrees in here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be here till 6. And I had an idea. I wanted to run it past you and all the listeners out there. To me, all I can do is vote. And I was just thinking, how about after every general election, we delete the voter rolls and let the people who care to participate in the elections?
Re-register. Yeah, we made it so easy. People that go to get a driver's license get registered to vote because that's easy, and that gives them the information they need to vote in your place if you're for someone.
Right. There'll be no fake voters. There'll be no dead voters. It'll just be people who registered for that election cycle.
And they will have to get off their lazy butts and do it if they want to vote. I love the idea.
Right. Okay. I don't want to. I was hoping to talk to Terry about something. Maybe he could answer it.
We got about a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, Terry, I keep seeing these planes flying over my house.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be at the same altitude as all the other planes that are leaving vapor trails.
Mm-hmm.
But these planes are not leaving any trail. And they're always going from southwest to northeast.
Okay.
And they come every 8 or 10 minutes.
Wow.
What's going on? Are they on approach to Atlanta and they've throttled back or something? Do they approach Atlanta from this far out?
Well, yeah.
It could be approach corridor, yeah. Yeah, that'd be the only thing I could explain. That many flights, because Atlanta's the busiest airport in the country.
Yeah,
and they're 767s, big 2-engine airplanes, and no vapor trail.
Right.
Well, they've got to be at the right altitude to
Right.
leave the vapor trail.
It's a product of humidity and every temperature.
Well, that's what I mean. They seem to be at the same height as all the rest. I'll let you guys go, and I welcome any calls that might clear up, about what I said.
Download one of the apps. Download one of the Plane Finder apps and check on the flights when they fly over. It's free. You can get it on your smartphone and just check it and see what the...
You'll be able to look above, see the corresponding blip on the screen,
know where
the flight originated.
Yep.
And if it comes up as a non-airline flight, but it's a big plane, then it's either military or something suspicious.
Yep.
And Terry and I have done that in front of this building
so many times
and seen it happen time after time.
Huh. I mean, it just confounds me. What's going on up there?
That might be a good way to start. If Flight Radar 24 is the app you should look for, I urge you to do it, and it's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, and about that voter roll things, I'd like to hear what other people got to say about it, man. I'll see you.
All right. No, re-register after every election. Why not? Get the people who really give a damn out to vote.
Exactly. Apathy.
At Montgomery Men's Health, we saw a bunch of patients last month. Almost none came because of an ad. They came because something happened. A fight with a wife who finally said, get help. A breakup. A new relationship that made them aware of things they used to ignore. A photo a friend tagged them in. One guy said he just stared at himself in the mirror. And that was enough. If today's your day, call right now. 334-440-3663. I'm Dr. Smith, urologist and advisor to Montgomery Men's Health. Built on almost 15 years of treating men in Alabama, one patient at a time. Dedicated to ED, low T, and male performance. Here's what happens when you call. We book you this week. We'll get a lab in an hour. For ED, we walk you through your real options at the same visit. A plan before you leave. Don't let today turn into next year. Call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
We were here in the studio. The tornado didn't hit us. We were just fine. We're still able to go to work the next day. But for other people, their lives have been upended. That's really tough. It is a big deal to be able to use my knowledge about what's going on with the weather to hopefully be able to keep folks safe.
Ben Lang, part of the Action 8 Weather Team, your weather authority.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. The heat wave continues, and the rain chances are still small, but not zero. The storms tend to fade away at night. Overnight low temperature in the middle 70s. Tomorrow, once again, mostly sunny and hot with a high temperature in the upper 90s, and the heat index easily in the 105 to 110 range again. Rain chances generally 20% or less, but the storms, I think, will become a little bit more numerous on Friday in that there will be more storms to go around, but still random. Even Friday, high temperatures will be in the upper 90s and will be in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Having a couple of substantial thunderstorms that are built up, but they're in a line that's well west of the city in the metro area, starting just south of Otagoville. There's one there, and there's a sizable one out near Selma, and then another one near Hayneville. Otherwise, not much hope for a shower this afternoon.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
Harumph is right.
That man didn't give me a room.
It is 5:15. We're just waiting on Brant McDonald to join us this afternoon, talk about money news. I think the market finished up a little bit today, yeah.
A caller just called and reminded us that it's 30 minutes. If an airliner takes off here and lands in Atlanta, it's 30 minutes. And they don't have enough time to get enough altitude. They only fly at like 20,000 feet.
Well, I'm also assuming because there's some great documentaries on the Atlanta airport and what it's like behind the scenes there.
I can only imagine.
It's incredible. There is a city literally underneath the airport
Really?
that's to handle all that traffic and how they make all of that stuff work and coordinate. Very impressive. I wish I could remember the specific name, but I think if you Google it, documentary on Inside ATL. But even a flight, let's say a Dallas to Atlanta flight, they can hit vapor trail altitudes, but they're going to begin their descent into Atlanta because they're traveling at hundreds of miles an hour,
Right.
somewhere over north central Alabama.
Yeah, that's true.
So that could also explain the lack of vapor trail.
Well, I hope he takes your advice, downloads the plane app. We'll find out.
Let's see what's flying over us right now.
Yeah.
To demonstrate how easy this is, Flight Radar 24. In fact, Terry and I have a game. We'll see a jet with a condensation trail, and I'm very good at direction, so I will observe the direction of the condensation trail and guess the originating city of the flight and where it's headed.
Yep.
I'm almost always right on 50% of the info, but I'll never forget that time. It was a huge 4-engine jet.
Yes, it was. Massive.
It was traveling from southwest to northeast. I said, that's the kind of jet that makes a long haul, probably a foreign flight. So I guess Mexico City to New York. And I was right.
You nailed it. Yep. That sucker was up there, too, like 38,000 feet.
Yeah. Up there, they'll leave a vapor trail.
Yep.
So Flight Radar 24 is the one that we recommend because we've been having fun with it. We're like two kids.
Yep.
But it's educational, don't you think? I mean,
yeah, it is. And I forget the year, but it's probably been a decade now that the FAA mandated that every civilian airplane have a transponder and ping that signal. So they're all out there. You'll see them all. If it's not pinging if you see it and it's not on your flight radar, it's military or something else. It's not civilian.
Well, this is disturbing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is, Flight Radar 24. I have opened it. Let's see what's flying in the vicinity of us. Not much. Very quiet up there. There is one near Lounsboro, and it's headed to MGM, but it's a private flight. Not much in the way of commercial traffic. Let's see if there's anything near Wetumpka. All right, here's one. Is that a commercial flight? Oh, now even this makes you wait through a commercial to get the information you seek. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
They got a cool little airport in Wetumpka. A lot of small planes, ultralights, whatever.
Wetumpka International. Remember we had a couple of local pilots who used to, one Saturday every year, they would set up the airport. Any kid that wanted to have an airplane ride and have that experience got it for free.
It's a smart idea. You get more kids interested in flight, and you'll have more pilots in the future.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was something that ended around COVID.
Probably, like many other things.
But, yeah. But that was fun. That was very cool that they did that.
Yeah, it was very smart. Just like our government, one of the smartest things they did was bringing all the German POWs during World War II over here, letting them experience America. And some people say, well, it's propaganda. Not really. They just saw America as we are, and they loved it.
No, they had it. They had a version of America that was drilled into their brain.
Propaganda, baby.
All propaganda.
Yep.
They were prisoners. They could not understand why they had full meals and ice cream.
Yep.
When they were told that we were producing a bomber per hour at Willow Run in Detroit, they took a group of prisoners to Willow Run to get them to watch it.
Yeah.
Now, some then fatalistically understood that they had been lied to and that there was no way, given Americans' capacity to produce, because ultimately wars are between factories.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's going to outproduce the other? And I still am amazed. You got to actually, if you really appreciate history and you love your country, when you think back to what they were able to mobilize during World War II, the massive amounts of steel required, the parts required, the places they had to be contracted to do everything from dial faces to, landing gear.
Well, the thing is, Greg, we were like the 37th largest military on the planet when World War II started.
Yeah.
Because we had reduced everything down after World War I.
Mm-hmm.
And when we mobilized, we mobilized.
And we were very isolationist.
Yes, very much so. Pearl Harbor ended that.
Sure did. I'm waiting to see the phone line light up so we can talk to Graham McDonald.
Yeah. Waiting's the hardest part, as the late great Tom Petty once said.
Somebody sent a clip of Ronald Reagan, 1992, at the Republican National Convention. Let's give this a listen.
Oh, it's one of his jokes. He told good jokes.
Why isn't this playing?
To top it off, they even tried to portray themselves as sharing the same fundamental values of our party. But they truly don't understand the principles so eloquently stated by Abraham Lincoln. Quote, "You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot help the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves."
Wow.
Nailed it.
And today's Democratic Socialists of America want nothing to do with that.
Nailed it.
They've got it all figured out. And what he said is true. You cannot help the wage earner by destroying the wage payer.
That's right. He's right. Smart man.
And then they have the balls in the middle of all that to say, well, it's really about fairness.
No, it's not.
Why should somebody else have more than the other? Well, maybe because they worked harder for it.
Exactly.
They're smarter. I mean, look at the grief and the hate they pour on Elon Musk, who has really done nothing but advance civilization and technology.
Yep.
And created hundreds of thousands of jobs.
That's right.
Good jobs.
Right.
You know, the kids today, the other day we had I forget who it was, but they pointed out the fact that there is an abundance of six-figure jobs in places like Ford factories and so forth. They can't fill them because they have too many people graduating with useless degrees and no skill.
Mm-hmm.
And these are jobs that require perhaps engineering or some other skill set to fill. And
sad.
And they're crying out for help to find people that can do this work. Another thing, the people that are making six figures above and beyond athletes, college athletes, are those who can fix air conditioning systems, who can install or repair plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always going to be demand there.
Yes.
Yet, for some reason, that's not a respectable thing. That's not a worthy life goal.
Yeah, that's not equal to getting a college degree. I think it's better than getting a college degree.
These days, there's no doubt about that. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
And these useless degrees that they've been conned into. And then, if I did one thing right in my entire life, my daughter's mom and I made sure that she graduated with zero student debt. Because I'm telling you, she could not be working in New Orleans right now if she had a student loan to pay off. And it's not just, it's a couple $100 a month. It's not that big of a deal. No, most of the student loan debt. And of course, this is what happens when the government takes it over. And who did that? Who led us to that brilliant idea?
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Our Christian.
Yeah, whatever he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's changes on different days. But you understand why they're panicking, because they have mortgage payment-sized student debts to retire.
Yep.
And then you look at what some of the professors, the tenured people are making, and it's just
getting paid to brainwash our kids.
yeah. And these are things, I know Donald Trump is aware of them. I'd like to see something happen to expose it.
I don't know how.
But
Vigilantism.
you can only do so much at once, too. All right, Skipper's going to drop in quickly for a traffic update. Bomb hours tonight.
Well, at the moment, we're not seeing or hearing of anything that's going to really slow you down much except busy traffic. And sitting here at the moment looking at the I-65-85 interchange, we're loaded up all directions right there and some slow-moving traffic. Same at 85 northbound Bell to Taylor to Chantilly, beginning to see that really load up now. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka not reporting any issues. We'll keep you updated. At Thompson Tractor, their new service commitment includes next-day parts and 2-day repairs. That ensures you stay up and running without missing a beat. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
All right, 527. David's on the phone. David, good afternoon.
Hey, buddy. There are some issues that are bigger than we're fixing to see the midterms blow up just like 2020 when they burned down everything for George Floyd.
Yeah.
You're fixing to see that. The Democrats, nothing except hate Trump.
Yeah.
You're fixing to see it across the board. And I got a feeling Trump's going to do something that's going to stop it. And it's going to piss off.
There has been talk of him declaring a national emergency, national security emergency, and making the case to end mail-in ballots. Now,
this is way more than that. No, he's fixing to put the military on the street, because when they get stupid,
yeah,
they're going to have to be controlled.
No, that's possible too. Anything is on the table. That's the world we live in right now.
Yes,
because we have crazy people that want all the power, and they will provoke that if they think it's necessary. No doubt.
That
appreciate the call. We're just tight for time here at 529.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A suspect has been arrested after a man was stabbed to death Tuesday morning in Montgomery. Officers were called to the area of Erskine and Taft Streets just after 2 a.m. where 33-year-old DeAndre Moore had been stabbed multiple times. Moore was pronounced dead at the scene. 26-year-old Elgin Rogers was identified as the suspect and taken into custody a short time later. Montgomery's Habitat for Humanity cut the ribbon on its newest addition at New Hope Village on Tuesday. A new road was opened to the neighborhood at the corner of Millard Fuller Drive and Alabama River Parkway. New Hope Village is a collaborative effort between the city and county that provides affordable housing to families. 15 candidates have officially qualified for a special election to fill the vacant District 3 Montgomery City Council seat. The council removed Marsha Johnson for allegedly failing to reside in the district she represented. The special city election to fill the seat vacated by Johnson will be held on Tuesday, September 1st. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, flooring tools, and installation supplies. Find it all at Budget Floors and More in Montgomery. Big selection, contractor pricing, and personal service you won't find at the big boxes. Across from Publix in Del Reyna and online at budgetfloorsmgm.com.
I'm going to take a wild guess here and guess that this is Mr. Right on the money. Grant McDonald?
Yeah, hey, Greg. Man, sorry about that. I was on a call, and it was extremely important. So, running a little behind today. How are you?
I'm good. We don't have the usual amount of time to work with, so you want to run the highlight reel by us?
Yeah, so the most important thing I guess I could say is we were in the green today. The question is why, and the answer to that is the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent stepped up to try to do something about this bond market problem I've been talking about on the show for the last many days, and bond yields were becoming a little bit unhinged, not in a major way, but still the 10-year Treasury, the 20, the 30-year. All those yields were moving higher. Scott Bessent this morning said and announced that he is going to double the amount of repurchases of those treasuries in the open market. And in other words, trying to sort of draw a line in the sand and declare, hey, we're not going to let these bond yields go higher for much longer. And the question is, how is he going to do that? So it's the old-fashioned Operation Twist. We saw this after the financial crisis. What is Operation Twist? It's when you borrow money in the short-term Treasury market, in the T-bills market, or 1 and 2 year maturity range, and you use that money then to go out and buy existing Treasuries that are out there in the market trading, the 10-year, the 20, the 30, in order to drive the prices of those bonds higher, which brings those yields down. And that's why we saw a little bit of a bump in the market today and a little bit of stabilization. I'm not so sure how long this is going to last. It remains to be seen. I mean, we still have a pretty sizable budget deficit, and we're also on a war footing, where the president wants a lot more money for the War Department. And but for right now, Greg, things are stable. Obviously, Treasury Secretary, who has a background as a hedge fund manager and understands foreign exchange markets and sovereign debt markets extremely well, doing what he believes he has to do to try to protect this yield situation where bond yields have been moving higher. But anyway, that's the story for today. Tomorrow morning, we do get a big earnings announcement out of Walmart. Obviously, it goes without saying. That's a bellwether retailer. Doesn't get much more connected to the consumer than Walmart does. So we'll hear from them in the morning before the bell and see what their quarter looks like and what they have to say about the consumer in this country.
Brett, we sure do appreciate that you were able to get with us and give us a quick take. Any big news tomorrow morning, we'll be here. And I got to tell you, I think Scott Bessent, Trump's put together a little hall of fame of some really great people in this administration, and he's one of them.
No question. I love that guy. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for your time, and we'll talk tomorrow.
You got it, buddy. Have a nice night.
All right.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
All right, Baumhauer's tonight, our Wednesday night gathering. We hope you come and join us, refresh yourself, or enjoy a real meal for $9.99 or less. That includes an entree side and a Red Diamond iced tea or a Pepsi product. Driving through for basically the same meal costs you more. Why not have it served by a nice person in a restaurant where you can watch your favorite sporting event like me? I'll be looking to watch the Yankees lose in person tonight. Damn it.
Baseball.
Anyway, we'll be heading over there shortly. And right now we're going to get back to Skipper, see how the traffic is as we get down to the last of the rush hour.
Well, after some accidents earlier, right now looking pretty good around the area. That said, very busy around the area as well. And that means congestion, especially on I-65 and 85 boulevards. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka not reporting any issues, but if you look around, a lot of cars everywhere. Cobbs Ford Road,